Happy Friday and happy week 11. It's crazy that the season's almost over. Week 11 already, and the season and playoffs is fastly approaching. Welcome back to Tailgate Talk. I'm your host, Wyatt G., longtime Packers lover for the past 25 years on this earth. Wisconsin resident, cover the Green Bay Packers up in Green Bay, doing Packer player interviews the past 2 or 3 seasons, not this year. Now we're doing digital and we're trying something new. But week 11, but before we can dive into week 11, looking at the 2-8 going out to New York to play those Giants who are, wow, might be one of the worst teams and franchises in all of professional football. But we got to go to this Eagles game first. I know most of us Packers fans do not want to talk about the Eagles game, but it is my job. We got to talk about that game. So, take you back Monday night. Packers lose to Philadelphia Eagles at home 10-7 or 7-10. What a boring game. No one scored until in the third quarter, and it was a waste of 3 to 4 hours of our life. That's one thing I can say for sure. Before we get into the game, let me just look at this Packer. I found this stat, and it was the Packers offense versus the Eagles. They had what? 4, 6, 8. They had 10 drives. 10 drives. And this is how all those drives went. Punt, 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 punt. Jordan Love fumbled in the Eagles' territory. That probably would have led to a field goal. Turnover and downs, when in all reality, probably should have gone for a field goal. That was 4th and 8. And where Love scrambled, threw it across his body the other side of the field to Romeo, and Romeo was nowhere near in and out of the hands of a defender who easily should have had that ball. Then another punt, then the Josh Jacobs touchdown, then the Josh Jacobs fumble, and then a missed field goal. Only 7 points on the board, but when you look at it, let's say we didn't fumble that. Jordan didn't fumble it, right? Eagles hold us to 4th down, and we kick a field goal. 3 points. Now, that 4th and 8, instead of turnover and downs, okay, well, kick a field goal, you're still right in this game. That's 6. Punt, touchdown, okay, so now we got 13. 13. So the Packers would have 13 points on the board if McManus makes those 2 field goals, which one would have been a chip shot inside the 20, easy. The other one probably would have been like a 30, 40-yarder, questionable. Would have loved to see him get a shot at kicking that one, but a 64-yarder, that's not it. That is not the move at all. So yeah, 13 points would have been, and heading, let's say the Eagles do get a touchdown, and it's 17-14. Last drive, 2 minutes left. Packers either go, get down, get a field goal, or they go win the game, get a touchdown. But I guess we'll never know. The drives were just not there. And then the missed 64-yard field goal at the end. Jordan Love, 20 of 36, 176 yards, a fumble, no touchdowns, no interceptions, and a rating of 68. Another game where Jordan is slinging that rock. They are throwing the ball so much, bro. It's back-to-back games. It might be 3 games in a row where he's at over 30 passing attempts. They love having Jordan throw it. I mean, they're trying to make him the young Brett Favre now, it seems. Just let him go out there, throw the damn thing. Jalen Hurts on the day, 15, 26, 183 passing yards, a touchdown, and a rating of 92. Not a crazy day for Jalen. That seems like some Jalen Hurts stats. But at the end of the day, it's enough to get you a win. When in reality, they shouldn't have, only scoring 10 points at Lambeau Field. That's for damn sure. Josh Jacobs, 21 attempts, 74 yards, a touchdown, 5 receptions, 33 yards. Josh, solid game. Solid game. There's 2 things I would say about Josh Jacobs' game in particular. That one play where they were going to do a screen to Jacobs, it looked like, and he was supposed to peel out left. But instead of going out to the flat, Jacobs looked towards the middle of the field, got turned around, ball goes on his left side. He's looking at the right side. What could have been a big first down and run after the catch turned into that punt. And yeah, That one sucked. And then the last thing I got for Josh, that 4th and 2. There's so much confusion on that 4th and 2. No one knows what really even happened. No one's given a clear answer of what's going on. The Eagles guy called up the play, said it was an inside counter. Josh said that, when someone calls out your play, it makes you think. He was thinking about it, and he readjusted to the play and did what he did. But I saw a video on Twitter where someone's saying he was supposed to go right up the middle. Look at Sean Ryan putting a guy on his ass, and it was wide open up the middle. But instead, he decided to go to the right because he wasn't sure if the middle was going to get swamped up or not. Unfortunately, got stopped, fumble, turned the ball over. Just miscommunication. Honestly, you can't even blame Josh for the 4th and 2 one. The screen, I can be like, oh, come on, Josh, turn your head. But the 4th down, it feels like no one was aligned with that one. No one was aligned. The lineman, the running back, the coach. I don't know. On 4th and 2, you should not be running it. I think you got to throw that. You got to throw that 10 out of 10 times. You got to throw that. Saquon. I said it last week. He's either going to have a really good game or a really bad game. Saquon, quiet night. 22 rushing attempts, 60 yards, 3 catches, 41 yards. He had that one screen that went big. Quiet night for Saquon. The defense, god damn, they held up. They held up. When you hold a Super Bowl winning team like the Eagles to 10 points, hell of a job. Hell of a job. And you got one of the best running backs in the league is Saquon Barkley back there running that thing. I mean, that guy almost won a Triple Crown last year in rushing. He could have been MVP last year. And we held him and didn't let him do anything. Didn't let him get in the end zone once, which was great to see. Great to see. Secondary, for the most part, was decent. Carrington Valentine, I thought he played fantastic. Had a pass deflected. He's targeted 5 times. Only, 7 yards allowed. Like, whenever you're throwing at Carrington's covering. And he's getting the start over Nate Hobbs, who we paid all that money to Nate Hobbs in the offseason. And he got benched. Then he got hurt. And now Carrington Valentine coming into, I believe, I want to say it's either his second to last year or it's his last year of his rookie deal. So he's playing lights out, trying to get that payday and secure a spot on this roster for next season and the foreseeable future. But Devontae Smith, 4 catches, 69 yards, and that touchdown deep over Evan Williams. One-on-one shot. They were playing single high and got caught. Simple as that. It just sucked. You're going to have those. I'm just glad it wasn't a big Saquon run. That would have drove me crazy, but, a deep shot to Smitty is going to happen. Dallas Goedert, 43 yards. A.J. Brown. Is he going to get out of Philadelphia after this year? Because it's not working offensively for them. 2 catches, 13 yards for A.J. Brown. I mean, he said after the game, hanging out with his buddies on a video game, that he's not doing shit right now in this team. It's not looking good. He's got no role in it, and he doesn't know where he fits in this offense. That's how the game is. I'm glad they have a diva like that on their team, not on ours. Christian Watson led the team this week. 2 catches, 45 yards. Dontavian Wicks getting a lot more receptions with some of our other guys out. 4 catches, 38 yards. Romeo Doubs, 1 catch, 5 yards. And he got hurt with a little chest injury, it looks like, but they said he should be good this week and he will be back. Malik Heath, no catches. I don't understand this. So we have Bo Melton playing cornerback, and he can play receiver, but we throw the ball and have him play a lot more in the offense than Malik Heath, whose only position is wide receiver. It is not cornerback/receiver. So why is Bo Melton getting as many catches, as many chances, more than Malik Heath, who is a signature receiver? Bo Melton had a few drops. What was it? I think it was a 4th down drop. Or was it a 3rd down drop? Bo, he's too busy practicing cornerback. That's it. you're spreading these guys thin when you're trying to make them do all this at once. No, have them do one damn thing. Keep Bo at corner. Like, why are we getting involved offensively? I just don't understand that. I really don't. Like, we already are banged up at cornerback. No Nate Hobbs, and he's ass anyways. I said it. He's ass anyways. We got CV and Keyshawn. Who are the other cornerbacks? And then Bo Melton. But instead, you're going to have Bo Melton go on there in offense and possibly get injured. Now we're down at cornerback and another receiver. Like, what are we doing? Why are we putting ourselves in a position to just not be successful? Let Malik get the damn ball. It's insane. Thank you, Lee. Like, I just don't understand why they are having Bo Melton out there as receiver when we're limited at cornerback, and then they're not even going to have Malik Heath go in there and try to do things. Like, I just don't understand. Malik Heath played great last year, too, when he got the chance. He was getting touchdowns. He was making good catches. Like, let this guy get an opportunity. He can make plays. Sorry, tangent there. Had to go off. Philadelphia defense, 3 sacks, got after Jordan, 2 forced fumbles. They held our offense 5 of 13 on third downs, 1 in 3 on fourth downs, and a total of 261 yards. Third down was terrible. Oh my God, third down. Like, it doesn't help when we get flags, holding flags, false starts, puts us behind the chains early, and then we just gotta try and dig. And it seems whenever we're set back behind the lines or set back behind the chains, they always want to do some little creative play to try to get something going or do that. Like they love the bubble screens and the receiver screens. They love those. I hate them. Or the swing passes. I hate them. Stop going side to side. Go straight up and down the damn field. You go side to side, you're giving way too much time for these defenses to get after you, especially when your O-line is battered. Like, what are we doing? Jordan does not have time to hold that ball in his hands. He's got to get rid of it quick. The play calling has to adjust to being quicker, going up and down, not lateral. That's for sure. Green Bay's defense, yeah, they only allowed 10 points. No sacks, though. 7 of 16 on third down for Philly, so they're almost 50%. And then they were 0 for 2 on fourth downs. They didn't do a tush push. No tush push against the Eagles. Very surprised about that. Usually we're seeing one, they were even saying, we'll do it the first play just to show the Packers. Well, they didn't do it. I was kind of hoping they would. I really would have loved to see how we would have tried and defended that tush push. Green Bay defense allowed 294 total yards. We won the penalty game, too. Packers, 4 penalties. Philadelphia, 7. We won the penalty game. We won it for once. But the turnover game, we lost because of the stupid Jordan Love throw or the fumble when he was, I don't know what he was trying to do. It looked like Jordan was trying to get rid of it or something, and then he lost it. Like, what are we doing? We lost the turnover battle. We won the penalty battle. It's just like we're just shooting ourselves in the foot consistently. And then McManus, 0 for 1. Missed a 64-yard field goal. That he shouldn't even attempted to kick that. I mean, yeah, we saw it before they called the timeout when he missed by like 5 yards. So then you're going to send him back out there, going to do it again to miss by 20, 30 yards this time? Like, what? That makes no sense. Let Jordan get a shot to throw it in the end zone for Hail Mary, just like Rodgers. Just ridiculous. What, does LaFleur not believe that Love can get his arm all the way down the field like that? It's insane. And then Elton Jenkins goes down, fractured, broken leg, IR. Yeah. Matt LaFleur shut down any possible return of Elton Jenkins this season, basically saying, it's not looking good. Probably won't return for the rest of the season. Definitely won't return for the rest of the season, and probably won't for the playoffs. Offensive line, yeah, they need help. The offensive line is a joke. No Elton. I don't understand why we made Elton a center. Elton did not even want to play center. He said it himself he didn't want to play center, and they put him at center because they got rid of Josh Myers. But wasn't Zach Tom playing center for a while? Am I wrong or not, chat? Wasn't he playing center for a bit? So what happened to that? Jordan Morgan, We drafted him in the first round. He looks like a 5th overall or a 5th round draft pick. Sean Ryan, love the guy. He's got to play better. Zach Tom, he's playing through injury. I respect the hell out of that one. It's just tough. No O-line. They're not on the same page. Not at all. But Eagles, Packers, that game's in the books. I expected the Packers to lose, but when they only put up 7 points and they allowed only 10, the outcome should be different then, in my opinion. The outcome should be different then, 1,000%. Moving on to week 11 now. Let's have fun with some picks, guys. All right. Where's my papers? Here we go. Last night we got a classic divisional matchup between the New England Patriots and New York Jets. Patriots wearing those ugly-ass gray jerseys. I was not a fan of them too much. I like the helmets. The helmets were clean. I thought the helmets were nice. The jersey uniforms were buns. Not a fan. Not a fan. We start off Sunday morning. The Washington Commanders with Marcus Mariota leading the helm going to Spain to play that Dolphins team that just beat the Bills. I like the Dolphins' momentum. I like it. I mean, yes, they're going overseas. Can't trust the Dolphins because it's the Dolphins in general, but, it's Washington. They're old. No Jane Daniels. They just look terrible. They look terrible. At least the Miami, they got their starting quarterback. They got the starting quarterback. They're finding ways to win. They beat the Bills, which the Bills, the Bills are acting like the Packers. They beat really good teams, but then they lose to some super shite teams. So I don't know. The Bills are the AFC Packers of this year. Noon games, Panthers at the Falcons. Panthers not a good road team except when they come to Lambeau Field. Falcons not looking good, but Drake London has been hot. I like the Falcons at home just because Panthers are not that good on the road. Yeah. Didn't they lose last week at home too? I believe they lost last week at home. Yep, Panthers lost last week at home to the Saints. Yeah, they beat the Packers on the road one week, then go home and lose to the Saints when they had an undefeated home record. Like, make this year make sense for the NFL. This year makes no sense. Give me the Falcons. Buccaneers, Bills. See, it's tempting to take the Buccaneers because they look really good, but still no Mike Evans, no Chris Godwin, no Bucky Irving. Yeah, I like the Bills. I think the Bills they need a good bounce back win. I think they can put up more points than the Buccaneers, but if the Buccaneers want any chance at this game, they got to have some of these young guys step up and help Baker, and they're going to have to rely on this defense heavy. Texans, Titans, no CJ Stroud, Dougie Mills. I believe CJ Stroud is going through concussion protocol, and he is out. Give me the Texans. Trap game. But, man, Titans are just so ass. I'm just going to go with Texans. I bet on the Titans a couple times this year. Did not work out for me, and I promise I would never do it again. So, give me the Texans. Bears, Vikings. It would be beautiful for the Vikings to get a win and make the Bears get a loss. That would help us immensely, but Vikings kind of scrambled. Bears on a roll. I'm going to pick the Bears, but I would not be surprised if the Vikings won. Would not be surprised. Bengals at Steelers. Joe Flacco. Aaron Rodgers. That'll be a good one. But the Steelers are in disarray. Their offense is so bad, and if there's one thing we know, they're not going to put up 30 points. But the Bengals, they can put up 30, even 40. Give me the Bengals. Who dey? Joe Flacco? Yeah. Chargers at the Jags. Chargers big win over the Pittsburgh Steelers. Just crushed them. Surprising when they literally lost 2 All-Pro starting offensive linemen for the whole year. Jags coming off that devastating loss to the Texans. They're right there. But I like the Jags at home. I think the Jags get a good bounce back win. Chargers. The Jags offense compared to the Steelers offense is completely different in the way they play. I like the Jags for sure. I just feel like the Chargers might get a little bit of a slump here. And Jags defense is good. They got a good defense and they got a good offense. And it's going to be hot. can guarantee you that. Just like last year when we were down there for the Packers Jaguars game in Duval, it was a hot one. I can promise you it's going to be hot and humid in Duval this time of year. 3 o'clock games, Seahawks Rams. What a gem. What a West Coast 3 o'clock gem. 2 top NFC West teams. I like the Rams though. Better team all around. In LA, I like the Rams. 49ers Cardinals. 49ers lost a tough one at home last week to the Rams. Well, the Cardinals thought they were going to be better with Jacoby Brissett. Wrong. Let me go 49ers. Better team. Ravens at the Browns. Lamar is back. This team is hungry. They want the AFC North. Give me the Ravens. Ravens are about to go on a spree. I can just feel it. Everyone's always talking about, yep, let them lose. They'll lose some games here, but wait until Lamar gets back and wait until this other part of the schedule comes out. Chiefs at the Broncos. The afternoon games are absolutely amazing, guys. I'm not going to lie. We got blessed. Chiefs, Broncos. Broncos got a 2-game lead in their division over the Chiefs. Trap game, guys. Trap game. I'm going to go Chiefs. Can never bet against the Chiefs until Denver wins that division. I'm not going to bet against the Chiefs. You're a clown if you do. I mean, every time you bet against the Chiefs in the past, look what happened. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to jump on that train just yet, guys. Late night game. Lions at the Eagles. Lions, huge win in Washington. Huge win. And the Eagles, well, barely beat us. I picked the Eagles, but that's because I'm biased as hell, guys. I'm biased as hell. I picked the Eagles. I just figured out, I don't know. Honestly, guys, I don't even want to validate this pick because it's my bias going against me and I want the Lions to lose. I think the Eagles can pull it off. They're playing at home. It's tough to win in the Link. And their defense is damn good. If Philly's defense can hold the Lions to 21 points, that's a winnable game. But if they allow anything higher than that, I don't think the Eagles will be able to keep up. Cowboys, Raiders, Monday Night Football. Boys, give me the boys. The Raiders are so bad. Come on now. We shouldn't even have to talk about the Raiders anymore this year. It's just terrible. It's terrible to watch. They should just trade. The Browns should trade Shedeur to the Raiders and let Shedeur go to the Raiders and potentially start next year or sit under a quarterback and learn. Like, I don't know. That's just me talking, though. All right, guys. Week 11 picks in the books. Now, Packers, Giants. Here we go. Let's get into this one. It's basically the season is on the line. Season is on the line. I don't care what anyone says. If we lose this game, the season's over. We'll be 5-4-1. Then we got to go home, play the Vikings. Then we got to go to Detroit, Thanksgiving Day. Doesn't get easier after that either. A lot more divisional games. We got to play the Ravens, and we got to play that Denver team who's got a hell of a good defense. And we know how we do against good defenses. Not good at all. So we got to win this week. Last week, Jackson Dart, 19 for 29, 242 passing yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Left the game. Concussion. He is not playing this week. He is out, concussion. They had Russell Wilson step in at the end of the game last week. He went 3 for 7, 45 yards, no touchdowns, no turnovers. But it's weird because they had Russell Wilson go into the end of the game to take over for Dart, but Jameis Winston was named the starter for this week. How does that all correlate? Is that a coaching thing? Oh yeah, and Daboll got fired. So how does that make sense? How do you have your starting quarterback get hurt, concussion? You're like, all right, we got Jameis and we got Russell. Russ, you suck. You're not doing good, but get in there. We want you over Jameis. And then you're going to follow up later. Yeah, Jameis is going to start over Russ. I don't understand that. The Giants organization is just terrible as a whole. Just terrible. Tyrone Tracy Jr., 14 rushes, 71 yards. Devin Singletary, 8 rushes, 20 yards. Run game. They got two-headed snake, kind of like Rico Dowdle and Chuba Hubbard. You got to stop the run first. That's for damn sure. Tyrone Tracy, rookie. He's going to get a lot more actions rest of the season. I can guarantee it. And they got a good backfield. The Giants really do got a good backfield. Before Scadaboo got hurt, Scadaboo, Tracy, and Singletary. That's a trio of good running backs. Leading the receptions for the Giants last week, Darius Slayton, 4 catches, 89 yards. Johnson, 7 catches, 75. And Wan'Dale Robinson, 6 catches for 62. Well, you don't got to worry about Darius Slayton. He's out. The Giants offense allowed 4 sacks to the Bears. So their O-line is equivalent to the Packers, I'd say, which is good. And we know our defense. They get after the quarterback, create pressure. Micah could have a big day. Micah and Rashawn could have a big, big Sunday. The Giants had 10 penalties, just like the Eagles. Or no, not like the Eagles, but they had 10 penalties, and they gave up a fumble. So offensively, they're terrible. They're not good. They're not disciplined. They create flags. They give you turnovers. They just don't do the little things right. Kind of like the Packers right now. So it should be a damn good matchup. New York defense allowed 24 points, 220 passing touchdowns to Caleb Williams, 1 passing tutty, 170 rushing yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, and no turnovers. Oh yeah, don't forget they're the 28th ranked defense in the National Football League. So terrible defense, not a good offense. Well, doesn't help when they lost Jackson Dart, Cam Scadaboo, and Malik Neighbors. Otherwise, this team could literally be a playoff contention team. But they're sitting here at 2-8, lost basically their whole offense. Their defense, they can't stop the run, it looks like. They're not getting turnovers. Packers, this is a great, great week to establish a good run game and let Josh figure out what's going on and let the O-line figure out what they're doing. You got to open up the run. I'm so sick of seeing Jordan Love throw for 35 plus passes. It's a disgrace. Jordan should not be having to throw that damn ball so much, especially with the protection and pocket he has. No. If he's got to get rid of the ball so quick, why the hell we haven't thrown it? No. Do more play action. Do more different things. It's the same damn concepts every time, same formation damn near every time. It's just week after another. They gotta be better offensively. And that's everyone. I'm not calling out LaFleur or Gutekunst. I mean, literally the O-line, it starts up front. The O-line has to do better. They got to be smart. Jordan, he's got to be smarter on some of these passes. He's got to know when to throw it away and when to throw it in there. He's more acting like Brett Favre than Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, if he sees that, if he's looking downfield and he sees triple coverage and he's starting to get pressured, well, I'm just going to throw it out of bounds to the nearest receiver. Jordan Love, on the other hand, launch it deep. Who's coming down with it? It's either my guy or another guy. Got to be smart about that. The receivers, they got to stop dropping so many damn balls. Without Golden this week and no Savion Williams and no Kraft, no Reed, the youth is really showing right now. The youth is really showing. The O-line, it's showing. The receiving core, it's showing. Even tight end, it's showing. Some of these other tight ends, they haven't gotten that ball much. Missing blocks, dropping balls like Musgrave. Musgrave is going to have to adjust real quick, because he's going to be involved a lot more. If he can't get adjusted, he won't be here once his rookie contract is up. I can guarantee you that. I can promise you that. Kicking, McManus. I don't know. With this one, it's funny because Matt LaFleur said that he doesn't talk too much to the kicker. Kind of lets them do what they do, and And there's just different reports about this injury coming out of different people's mouths. McManus said, "Oh, I'm good. I'm not injured at all." And then, you got coach saying, "Oh, yeah, still dealing with a quad thing. We're keeping an eye on it, blah, blah, blah." Like, what is going on? Talk to the damn guys, figure out what's going on, and fix this. It's all communication at the end of the day. That's all this is communication. And if there's no proper communication, things aren't going to get fixed. There's going to be mistakes made, and you're going to lose ball games. You're not going to score. You're going to create stupid little penalties. You're going to drop the ball. It's a snowball effect. It's got to start at communication. And for communication, it's got to be Jordan Love. It's got to be Matt LaFleur. It's got to be Stenovich, our offensive coordinator. It's got to be Goody. They got to be talking to. All got to be mingling and talking of what is going on. Have a sit-down meeting, discuss it. Discuss it. I remember in years past when the Packers weren't doing too well and they've had certain things in the middle of the season or later on in the season. And what happens? You hear a report saying, yep, the boys had a players-only meeting, or they had a big meeting where Rodgers was involved. And, but I haven't heard anything over the past, since Jordan has been quarterback, where they've had these certain meetings and had these accountability meetings. And I know people didn't like Rodgers for him getting on receivers' ass when they drop something, but I think Love needs to develop some of that mentality. When people are messing up, they need to be held accountable for. Because if they're not, they're going to mess up again, and it's going to mess up a drive. It's going to mess up you from scoring points, and it's going to mess with you getting a win and trying to get to the playoffs. Start small, ends big. Got to have more accountability from this whole team. Jordan, I love how Jordan's holding himself accountable. I love that. That's great. But in terms of being a leader and getting on people's ass, you got to make people better around you. Jordan's got to get on ass more. He's got to get on ass and try to elevate these other guys. Simple as that. Simple as that. You see the great ones, they got spunk. They know how to elevate. Brady, Rodgers. What do they share in common? What do they share in common? When something is not right in the huddle or something, or a play goes wrong, you can see the emotion on their face. They're pissed because they want to get it fixed and do it the correct way. I'm not saying it's all on Jordan, but I just want to see more. I want to see more passion, more aggression out of this team, out of these leaders. They got to do more. Because if they don't, and they lose this game, that's the season. That is the season. It doesn't get better from here. It does not get easier. Sunday afternoon in New York, play the Giants. Then come home, play the Vikings. Thanksgiving Day on the road to the Detroit Lions. Home game versus Chicago. Go on the road to Denver. Go on the road to Chicago. Come back home, play the Ravens. Then you go to the Vikings to end the season. A lot of divisional games coming up. We can win the division. Currently third, game back. The Lions lose to the Eagles, and the Vikings beat the Bears, and we beat the Giants. Just like that, we went from third to first in 1 week. It's funny because I was on here last weekend. I started off the show by saying, the best team in the NFC North until proven different. Well, that quickly went away. That quickly went away. But Packers fans, keep your head up. It'll be okay. It's a long season. Still 8 games left. And this team still has a lot to play for. They can still win the division. They can still get, they could still get the number 1 seed. Need some things to happen for sure, but it's not impossible. Starts with this weekend getting 1 win. And then we'll see what the rest of the league does, as that is out of our control. From our predictions, I had the Packers winning 24-18. 3 things to watch out for: offensive line, the play calling, and Brandon McManus was my top 3 things to watch for. Otherwise than that, we're still in it, guys. Have hope. Have hope. It's just tough. I'm not a person that's going to say fire LaFleur middle of the season. No, I don't. You can't. You should never fire a coach in the middle of the season unless you're like 1-10 or something like that. You know what I mean? But we just gotta wait to see how the rest of the season goes. That's all we can do, and I think it's easier to judge the situation and say what we want to say when everything's kind of said and done, and then we can look all the way back at the season and say, whose fault was it? Was it really Matt LaFleur's? Was it Jordan Love's? Was it Gutekunst's? Was it the O-line? Yada, yada, yada. But until then, stay patient, Packers fans. Stay positive. Go week by week, day by day, report by report, Packer advice by Packer advice. All right? So don't get too caught up in the media. I'm so sick of turning on the radio and hearing all these football people talk just so negatively. It's just all week. You have to hear it. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. You just got to focus on some positives. Positive defense is killer. We probably have the best defense in the entire league. Second, we still got Josh Jacobs. Third, Jordan Love. It's almost Toyota-thon. Oh, wait till Toyota-thon comes. But till then, guys, go Pack Go. Enjoy your happy Friday. And we'll see you guys next week. Enjoy your game. Go Pack Go.